Alright guys, now you're going to see how Redneck manufacturing really works. We're so disorganized it's not even funny. So the gentleman that I did the other go-kart for, he brought another one down. This is a pickup truck. Those are the tires that were on it. He wanted different tires put on it, so that's what we ended up putting on there. Everything, it was different. The hubs were different, the widths were different, the heights were different, everything. So you can see the difference there between the two tires. And we are in the middle of getting everything shimmed out, spaced out to work back here on the drive wheel. That's the brake drum, the sprockets there. I had that rag under to hold the bolts, but that's not going to work because there's not enough spacing to pull that rag out. So I'm going to have to change that. But this is the go-kart body. When we get done with it, we're going to have to extend this up, as well as a couple of other points where the body mounts to the frame. So yeah, this is kind of a cluster, well, you know, right here on the workbench. But that is where we were. This is where we are. Just have the drive wheel to finish up. And now we'll go over here to the body. So we've already sanded on the body. When the gentleman bought this whole front quarter was busted off. He had one of his relatives make that repair. You can see the crack line up through here and down through there. That whole corner was busted off. So a relative of his did some fiberglass on the inside and did some puttying on the outside, and we have this all sanded up. It is ready to go for primer. So we're going to shoot a layer of primer on there, and we'll show you what that looks like. Alright guys, first coat of primer is on. Big difference, I tell you. You throw a little bit of paint or primer on these things, take it from that white gel coat to something different, and it does look different. Alright guys, we got the first coat of Satin Black on this go-kart body. I'll show you that. So there it is, first coat Satin Black, not real thick. Kind of see some striping on the hood. I'll go the opposite way. And the only concern that I have is I didn't think that Satin Black would show the cracks as bad as it is, and it is. But that's all right. We'll deck it out with some decals and make it so you don't really recognize all that. But first coat Satin Black is now on. Alright guys, here is the running hardware for that body that I just showed you. And we have 3 of the big tires on, the original rims, and then we have a big tire on the old rim. We did not paint that yet because we have a lot of work to do right there. So we still have to put the sprocket on there, still have to put the brake shoe or the brake disc in there, and I have to extend the axle out. So we'll have to cut that axle in the middle somewhere, put a spacer in there, probably about a 1/2 inch, and do that. The thing that I'm getting ready to do now, I just put a flat wheel on my grinder, and we're going to measure down. I'm not sure where, but we'll measure down and cut, and then this has to be raised up 2 inches. Same thing on the front here. We'll cut it at the same place, raise that up 2 inches. All right guys, so I took my cutoff wheel and I cut these risers off. Those are the body supports for that truck. And what I'm going to do, I went over to my neighbor. He does concrete. He had some 1/2 inch rebar. So I'm going to stick that 1/2 inch rebar down inside there. You guys know what a plug weld is. If not, I'm going to drill a hole right about here. Drill a hole right about here. Drill a hole right about there. Drill a hole right about there. Cut this probably 3 inches, stick a 1/2 inch down inside here, and weld through that hole that I just drilled. That's called a plug weld, and weld that up. So we'll clean this all up, cut it into 4-inch sections, I guess, 3-inch sections, depends on how long it is. I got to divide that out by 4. All right guys, we got our pieces of rebar cut 4 inches long. We have the right sides laid up, and we're getting ready to drill this. So this is a side that is lettered. It's not finished yet. I just put the door decal on. I have a few ideas for the rest of the truck. It's going to get a little chrome handle right here. It's going to get some details right above the fenders back there as well. Not sure how dressy I'm going to put it, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, the go-kart truck is done. So at this time, we'll just kind of circle around it, show you what I did. All right, guys, so as we circle around this, I'll tell you a few things about it. So not everything is what it seems to be. We did have to extend the framework up to support the body after we put the bigger tires on there. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video of it before we took the old tires and the wheels off. But yeah, there it is. Extended the axle by 3/4 of an inch in order to space out the sprocket and the brake. We did not paint that wheel. We're going to let the owner do that, as well as he needs to buy a new clutch for it. The clutch is pretty worn out. But there it is, guys. Go-kart truck done.